Live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What's up, ATG fam? We're back. We're ready to rock and roll. Spring's right around the corner. We're feeling good. The sun is shining longer. We just switched to longer days. God, I love that. I hate getting off work when it's dark. But we got a special guest in the studio. We're on episode 69. We got an OnlyFans star. Just kidding. Just kidding, Mom. No, we got my boy Ray Dog Garza.
Yes, sir.
He hosts his own podcast, The People's Cup from ABQ. I'm going to waste no further time. Let's go, Ray Dog.
Hell yeah, man. Let's run it, bro.
Let's do it.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, dude. I'm excited to be a guest, man.
Oh,
changes the game a little bit.
Yeah, man. It's good to have you, man. I've been keeping up with your stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I've been following your IG and stuff, man. You're doing your thing, man. I love it.
The People's Cup, dude. The People's Cup is kind of like my weird. I don't want to call it a hobby because actually, like, it is a hobby, but it's like a weird. How can I word it? It's like a weird thing that you found. It's like saying I found ET. You found ET,
yeah.
right? You found ET, and you found it. Holy shit! I'm actually really into this. And you're like, all right, how do I nurture it? How do I feed it?
Yeah,
how do I
it gets weird. It gets weird sometimes.
It gets weird. It's like, oh, this is weird. We should stop this. And then, oh, it's a good idea. Let's continue it.
That's what's up.
So that's kind of like what I like to say the People's Cup is.
That's cool, man.
Kind of like a weird vibe.
And you've been running the pod for a minute, huh? Your episodes. What episode are you on now?
I did one today. Is episode 73.
73.
I believe. Yeah, I started it back in when I started it. 20. Maybe I think 19?
2019? Okay.
I believe. I did it for a while. I did it in my room in the college house I lived. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of just in the corner of my room, and I did it audio only. But then I took a year hiatus from 2022, 2023. My fiance and I, we were traveling around the country.
That's what's up. You're telling me.
Yeah, and man,
traveling nurse.
I actually met a pretty wild girl, man. I actually thought I would have her on the podcast, and that's kind of why I revamped it. And I shipped my equipment out from Albuquerque all the way to North Carolina, and we did an episode with her. It was great. It was great.
Way.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Wait, so your fiance was a guest?
No. My fiance is just a guest. My fiance, a fan.
Has she ever been a guest or no?
No, she hasn't actually. Yeah, I think she low key really wants to be on.
Yeah.
But she's a little hurt that I haven't asked her. Yeah, and it's like, well, I don't know. I follow some certain podcasts, some bigger guys, and I just want to make sure that like I've never seen Joe Rogan's wife on his podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll try to keep it, somewhat a little.
Well, I mean, if it's your fiance, she's not going nowhere.
I know, yeah.
I had my girlfriend on the podcast at the time. We're not together anymore.
Oh shit, really?
And so it's like that's out there. You know what I mean? It was a fun pod though.
I'm sure, man. I mean,
life happens. But it's even scarier when you have someone on that knows you the most, because you're like, where is this gonna go? Are they gonna call me out?
Yeah, because Chelsea's, which is my fiance's name, she's always like, yeah, you kind of over exaggerated this story. And I'm like, yeah, but I kind of had to, I kind of had to bend the rules a little bit.
Yeah, it's all storytelling.
But no, she listens to every episode. She's super supportive, which is awesome. She gives me feedback, which sometimes is great, but sometimes it hurts your feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
damn, so she keeps up with the episodes and stuff?
She keeps up with the episodes, yeah. She listens to probably everyone.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun.
That's dope. Yeah, so I wanted to have you on, bro, and it's actually kind of nice on me having another podcaster on. Yeah. Because sometimes some people, it's their first time ever having headphones on, and they're like so far back, or they don't, and I'm like, oh, this would be chill, bro.
Yeah, it flows differently. Yeah. Especially when you have a guest. Let me move this a little bit different.
Yeah, if you just keep it right there, you're solid.
Especially when you have a guest that's just
chill, so cool.
Yeah, I did a podcast today with Kelly Harrison, and she's has her own vlog or her own YouTube, so she's not afraid of being on the camera or on a mic. So that's super easy. But I know what you mean. When you get certain guests and they just can't flow well, and you're like, yeah, you got to loosen up a little bit. Loosen up a little bit. So I always encourage you on the podcast, yeah, man, if you want a shot, I'll give you a shot. You want to hit a J, we can smoke a joint.
Get on your level.
Get a little loose, let's get a little loose. So
that's what we used to do, or that's what we pretty much always do. We didn't do it tonight, but take a traditional shot of something just to get loose. But I drank a ton of caffeine tonight, so I'm my stomach's already growling right now. I got the Love's gas station dude.
Across the street.
It's been in that coffee pot for like a week, dude.
Hey,
The
bro,
thing is,
cheap gas station coffee does it, bro.
each drink you're like chewing it a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're like, oh yeah, this is fucking waking me up. It's a great coffee.
Throwing an alpha brain and
Oh, yeah, you're fucking wired,
firing
dude.
on all
You're
cylinders.
fucking wired.
How do you choose your guests? Like, do you kind of get people that you just think that you would want to talk to, or are you still kind of like reaching out to people that you know directly, or how do you figure out who you're gonna get?
I guess you could say a little bit of both. The People's Cup podcast is so ideally, you know, when we have you on eventually, the People's Cup podcast, it's based around the people. I know it sounds like kind of like weird to say, and then the cup part is that we drink what the people want to drink. So like on every podcast, I ask my guests, "What do you want to drink?"
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so I've had alcohol, you know, wine, like just random
Ayahuasca.
drinks. Not ayahuasca.
I'm just kidding.
We had warm sake one time. That was interesting.
Some warm sake.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I never had it besides a sake bomb. So
Yeah,
but
me either.
it's kind of hard picking people, man, because I have like certain views and I'm very vocal about them. Like I'll post it on my Instagram story. I'll post it like on Twitter. And I think sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to do a podcast with a guy who has that kind of view.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and like bash you on your views.
Yeah.
And then I'm also just like a fan of like Barstool Sports, Busting with the Boys, those kind of guys. So I kind of fall into that realm a little bit.
That's what's up.
But then I like interview like also fellow people who like kind of have that energy. But then also I'll find like people that I know or haven't talked to or I don't know at all and kind of just reach out like, hey, I have this podcast. It's called The People's Cup.
That's what's up.
And it's rough because trying to post, it's not rough, but trying to post how the clip is on Instagram, I'm really trying to show everybody like this is kind of a podcast for all. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to copy like Joe Rogan podcast, but the way he does podcasts is fucking, it's perfect, bro. It's the gold standard. I mean, he has everyone from every type of background, and it's really good for everyone. And I'm trying to follow that, not necessarily copy it so much, but I mean, like today I had one like this episode is about becoming a mom, right? She's a female. She's a good lead. She talks about being a mother, being a wife, and just being a woman in general.
Yeah.
But then I also had a podcast with my buddy Jacob Martinez. It was also episode 69, and we just went up there and acted fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just podcast for all is the way I see it.
That's cool. And it also helps you too to be able to converse with different types of people, different senses of humor.
Yeah.
You like, I know it helps me a lot, even like in my job. Like just conversing with people, like, you know, let's say you're stuck in a room with someone for 8 hours that you don't know, like, you're not, what are you going to talk about? You know, you got to keep the conversation going.
I know what you're saying, dude. It's fucking hard.
Last thing you want is just like sitting next to someone all awkward.
Silence.
Like,
yeah, it's
so this New Mexico weather, right?
And sometimes it's like that, dude. Sometimes you get guests and you're like, man, like Chelsea gives me feedback and she's like, man, you were kind of talking a lot on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, it's because my guest wasn't talking that much. Like
you kind of fill that void.
You have to carry it. Like if you don't carry the void, it's just gonna be this long awkward pause that everyone's like, this is kind of weird. You know, you gotta carry it a little bit. But when you get someone who's supernatural at it, it's fucking easy. You just get on there and talk.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. What was I gonna ask? So you said you were like into sports and stuff, like Barstool and all that?
Massive sports guy.
So,
Massive
like,
Barstool sports fan, dude.
I saw you share something today. I think I saw it. Like there was a UFC fighter that like saved his family from a fire or something.
Yeah, that was just I always like seeing acts of fucking awesomeness, dude. Just like
when your heroes are actually real heroes,
not necessarily
like
heroes.
or
Like I don't know who that fucking guy is. I'm not like a big ass like. What was he? He's a pro wrestler. Like, yeah, I'm not into that at all. But like, I'm into the fact that like, yeah, he ran inside the house and saved his family and tried to save the dog. The dog unfortunately passed away. But then he got into a coma and it's like the odds are against you and you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
And then humanity, and if you believe in a higher power, like I believe in God, he stepped in and was like, hey man, you know what? We're gonna bring you back. And he woke up from the coma. I don't know too much about the story. I
saw that too. I was like, dang, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, just acts of fucking awesomeness, dude. It makes you feel good. Like when you see just like good content, it's just great, bro. Like when you see like a dog acting awesome, or like with NBA players or NFL players like doing the extra mile to make this kid's day.
Yeah,
like, it's just awesome to see, man. It really makes you feel good. It really makes you feel good.
Well, it like humanizes the people in the sports. You're like, oh, this dude's like just like a good human. Like he did a good act.
Yeah,
he's not like, I don't know. Like sometimes like even movie stars like. We have this image of them being a war hero in every movie, and we're like, that guy's sick. And then that, like, in real life, they're just like
a fucking asshole.
opposite, dude.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm like, that's probably most actors. That's probably why they stay off social media, because they like don't want anyone to
They're dicks, bro.
catch the real.
They probably stay like away from him, but
Like, remember that thing that came out like with Ellen?
Ellen, yeah, dude, Ellen's
Like,
a fucking weirdo, bro.
That's the biggest, like, it's so crazy because Ellen was like the golden goose of like TV. Like, for the longest time, her and like Oprah, like the pinnacle of like nice, like friendly,
Yeah, dude,
dancing with kids, and then like you find out the real them, and you're like, damn.
She's doing a lot of shit to kids. I think this is off the record. I mean, this is on the record, but off the record, if you know what I'm saying. Allegedly, I think she's involved in all that shit. I think she's involved in all that shit, and I think that's why she kind of took a step back from her jobs in industry right now. But who really knows?
Yeah,
dude?
for sure. And then even all the stuff now with like Diddy.
Yeah, that's
P. Diddy.
No, it's weird.
Like
it's weird because sometimes like, and I'm not trying to say it's like in a weird way. Like this whole Epstein stuff. It's quite fascinating that nothing else has came out of it, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, we know he allegedly killed himself, which we all know is bullshit.
Right.
But it's like, well, it's so surprising that no one else ever came out after it because, dude, he hung out with everybody. He hung out with the fucking king and queen in fucking whatever, in Wales. He fucking hung out with the presidents here. Like, bro, they were all mixing around.
Yeah. When you find, or like some of the random like flight lists, they're like not real, but they kind of are or whatever.
Yeah.
You like see all the names. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, dude. It's like fucking Stephen Hawking wins. Like, fucking idiot.
Oh, dude, the memes on those are so funny.
Stephen Hawking is a fucking... I hope that guy is spending his fucking terrible ass life in fucking hell right now, man. Because if he did that shit to them kids, bro, fuck that guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he like chose to keep his robot voice. Like he like liked the way that sounded.
It's weird, bro. I don't get. I mean, I understand. Like, I just don't know why he was so carried on throughout his life. Like, yeah, he was a really genius guy in his younger days, and he obviously had that terrible disease.
Right.
But it's just like,
yeah, that was
predicted all this shit.
He was like a well-known scientist,
like,
huh?
This is a cap, bro. So I don't know about all that.
Yeah, but I honestly, going back to your podcast, I think it's smart how you didn't put yourself in a box, because I noticed a lot of podcasts. I mean, everyone has their own lane, but like some podcasts will put themselves in a box to where their podcast can only be around that subject.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it would be hard to have like a fitness podcast only.
Yeah, because it don't go so far.
Yeah, and then you're limited to your guests. Like, you can't have like an artist on. Like, they're not gonna know anything about fit. Like, you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
So like with the People's Cup, it's like everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome.
It's like that was real smart of you to do that, because you don't want to limit yourself.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. 'Cause like I said, I have certain views.
Whoops.
And I think that sometimes contraindicates the idea of like that everyone's welcome. I'm not saying everyone's not welcome. You're more than welcome.
Right.
It's just I have certain views and certain things the way the same people that I'm interviewing have their views.
Yeah.
You know, so
what made you like want to just like? So you said you started in 2019. Was it? So was this like prior to COVID?
Yeah, prior to COVID.
So like right before, kind of around the same year COVID.
No, this is a little before COVID.
When did COVID happen?
COVID hit in March 2020. But I started about like July of 2019.
Dude, I think we probably started like around the same month.
I think around the time I started.
If I look at my first episode, I think it was like July 2019.
Yeah, I bought the Roadcasters, I bought some mics, and I was like, all right, I have this idea. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
And then you quickly realize running a podcast is kind of hard.
Yeah.
And then, I kind of found the craft through that, man. You know, like some of my early podcasts are rough, dude. I like listen to them sometimes for just reference. I'm like, these are rough.
Yeah,
these are rough.
That's it. Hey, man, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That was smart of you to get all the equipment, all that. Like, I think there's like a little speaker. See that little tiny speaker right there on the couch?
Yeah.
We literally would just plug that into the phone for like our first like 30 episodes.
It worked.
Just pick up the room.
Yeah.
And like that's all we would do, bro. We just had that little mic.
I mean, even if you look at like, I know we spoke about Joe Rogan, but his podcast was also very like
done in
it was
off a computer. It looked like a FaceTime.
Yeah, it was very weird, but look where he's at now.
He had like this frost filter or whatever, on his first.
It was rough, dude. It was rough.
But it's fun to look back though, because it does show like growth. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it's cool to remind yourself like, you know, look at how far we've came. You know, even just from like now you're going video. You got a sick setup.
Yeah, the video's good, man. It's a fun time. I have a good setup. I think it's rolling
What do you what do you usually record yours with?
So I record my view on myself with my iPhone, and then I record my guest's view on my just Canon DLR camera. And yeah, then I don't edit it. I have an editor edit it. He's a good guy. He's actually my brother-in-law.
That's cool.
But he's really good at that stuff.
That's sweet. So
he'll mask the music, or he'll mask the audio that I have on the camera and phone, which sound a little different, right? And then he'll sync it with the Rodecaster that I did on GarageBand and make it all sound.
That's
clear.
sick, dude.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good gig, dude.
Dude, utilize your resources.
Exactly.
And then it helps too. You know, it's family. It's like that guy ain't going nowhere.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, I pay him, and it's like nice knowing that my money's going to like a good guy. You know? And he's great at it. I always say when we make it, he's gonna be like the Jamie.
That's what's up
of our podcast. So,
that's sick.
Yeah,
we have a fake intern here, so like if things go wrong, we just blame it on him. Steve,
fucking intern, yeah.
Still hasn't fixed this table.
Shit goes wrong, bro. It's fucking terrible. Today we're drinking wine on the podcast today, and I fucking spilled the glass, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Right?
Oh man.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't get on any equipment, but it's definitely stained my table. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, dude, look at this table, bro. This thing's been through war,
dude.
There's like melted wax all over it.
The only thing you gotta get rid of is this fucking piece of shit Vikings ass. That's all you gotta get rid of here, buddy. But everything else is solid.
Now that we don't have Kirk Cousins, we might as well just, you
guys are fucked.
Toss it. Jefferson's gonna jump ship soon.
You'll get a lot of you'll get a lot of draft capital. Yeah, so you'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not like the biggest Viking fan. I mean, I am a Viking fan, but I don't watch like as much.
You're like a diehard.
I pretty much just stick to like MMA.
Yeah,
that's all I watch is really just MMA pretty much for the most part. And then like now, like with college basketball, like I'll start paying attention to like the end of the the final tournament. It's fun.
The tournament's going on.
Did the Lobos win last night?
They won 2 nights ago, but they play tonight.
Wow.
They play at 9:30. They play Boise State, which is gonna be a big game for them.
What was the first game they won?
They played Air Force.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which should have been an easy win. But they just fucking shit in the bed. I got some men's too.
And this is the Mountain West Conference?
Mountain West tournament. So, if I'm predicting correctly, I think if the Lobos lose tonight, I don't think they make the tournament, the big tournament.
Yeah.
But I think if they at least beat Boise, they have a shot. And then if they obviously make it to the semis or the finals, then they're definitely in.
That's what's up.
Well, Lobos, dude, because I'm a big college basketball guy too. They do this every year. They start hot. You're like, holy shit, Lobos are fucking good.
Right.
And then the last, 5 weeks, they just shit the bed.
Yeah.
Like, now you guys are the outside looking in when you should have been a clear inside person.
Right.
So,
Did you go to a lot of the games or no?
No, I've been to one. I'm not like a massive Lobo basketball fan. I just enjoyed the
it's fun being in the pit.
It's great. The pit's awesome. The pit's awesome, dude.
I went to one game this year. I think they went against San Diego or someone.
Yeah, I just enjoyed March Madness. March Madness it's exactly what it says. It's in fucking March and it's actually madness.
Yeah.
Like I'll be in Vegas.
Teams knocking out teams.
Yeah, I'll be in Vegas next week for it, and it's gonna be fucking insane because the 16 little fucking team beats goddamn Duke, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, all of a sudden everyone knows who they are.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You think you'll bet on some teams out there or anything like that?
Betting like a motherfucker, bro.
Because seems like that's a good way to come up.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Especially if you watch it a lot.
I'll be betting a lot. I will be betting a lot. But we'll see what happens. I hope that it's a good first. It's really just the first round that I care about. Mm-hmm. If you're a betting guy, that's when the upsets are.
Yeah.
But then the Cinderella stories who go far, everyone's rooting for them. It's fun times.
There's always that one team, huh?
Yeah, always that one team.
Damn, that's sick. You're going to Vegas. Where are you going to stay at?
We're staying at the Flamingo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's a good spot because it's right by the link. They got that little strip right there.
Yep, it's actually
with In and Out.
It's actually for my bachelor party.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah. I'll be out there Wednesday through Sunday.
Damn, live podcast on the strip. Just kidding.
I know, right?
Subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Subscribe to OnlyFans. Yeah,
it's the last rodeo.
Last rodeo, dude. Before I fucking
Sapphire all night. Just kidding. So you gonna go out there with the boys and just tear it up, watch some games or what?
Watch some games, go to some clubs.
That's sick, dude. I think I'm gonna go back to Vegas this year. I think I'm gonna go to the UFC Sphere. At the Sphere, the UFC is having the first UFC card there ever.
Dude, that's gonna be fucking
insane. And I just want to
do it though.
Yeah, I'm just curious. So how sick would it be? Because it's like a big movie theater. Like it seems like you can see it from everywhere.
So there's probably not going to be a a crowd behind them then.
No, it'll just be. It seems like it'll just be on a front
the
stage.
crowd, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, dude. But I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean,
because it might just be a
it's
one-off.
kinda cool.
Like if it just is, it's too hard for them to do.
Yeah,
it'd be cool to just say you saw the only fight at the Sphere or something like that.
'Cause I think it's gonna be like their first kind of testing too.
Yeah,
so,
but if it's a banger, then who knows, man?
if it's a banger,
It's for the Mexican card too. They always
fucking
anytime
go
they throw
balls
all
to the wall.
Mexicans on the card, bro.
Yeah, they go balls to the wall,
Everyone's
bro.
going-
They fucking
yeah.
do exactly what they happened, bro. It's fucking Mexicans are crazy, and I can say that because I'm fucking half Spanish, so
Yeah,
yeah. So I don't give a fuck.
yeah. I got that. I'm like Hispanic and Irish.
I am Hispanic. My mom's Hispanic, but my dad. So my dad says he's Spanish, which I believe in. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in it actually, because, bro, everywhere I go, they're like, you look a little Middle Eastern, and I'm like, no, I get that vibe. I know what I see why you would say that.
Yeah,
And then sometimes I meet like my cousins and uncles in Dallas, Texas, and I'm like, bro, you put on a fucking turban, and you look like you're fucking driving the plane, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man. So what the fuck?
hey, dude, that's cool. You could fit in anywhere you go.
Right, it's
you should
fucking
just
dope.
play the part.
So I'm like, well, I don't know what's
Like
going
whatever
on, bro.
minority you feel like being that day, just be it.
Just be it, bro. And it's what Chelsea and I went to Germany last year, and we get into a taxi cab, and it was like a Turkish driver.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where are you from, bro?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from New Mexico." And he's like, "Oh, okay, but like, where are your family from?" And I'm like, New Mexico." And they're like, "Oh." They think I'm like one of them. You know?
Yeah,
So,
that's what's up.
I know. So I mean, maybe I don't know, but the furthest Garza that we know was adopted by the Garza name.
Okay.
So we don't know where he came from. I mean, there's like no record because it was back in like the early days, like the 1910s and 20s, you know. So no one knows.
Just like adopted last
no
name.
one knows where he's from, but he was adopted by the Garza name.
Who knows, bro? He might have been Middle
He
Eastern.
might have been might be a Dubai.
You might be have
Dubai
Prince
bro.
in your bloodline, dude.
I might.
I get the vibe.
I'm gonna go get my fucking money, bro. I'm gonna go buy my fucking Bugatti right now.
I can see you riding in the car with the
And a
leopard.
fucking camel.
What would you,
Sounds
if you were to like rock an animal, like to flex? What animal would you have?
to flex?
Like you reach this certain status of fame,
Oh, like buy an
and like
animal
you just
for the
want to
fuck of it?
like what would be a dope animal to have? Like, yo, want to come see my giraffe?
That's a hard one, man. 'Cause
You kind of don't want an animal that'll kill you.
I've never been like a fan of like
Flexing with
like
animals.
buying like when Mike Tyson bought his tigers. I'm like, this is stupid.
That's when you just like run out of
I'm
things
like,
to buy.
this is stupid. You're literally wasting just energy, bro. And because yeah, you have the money to do it, like fuck it. But it's just like, yeah, I don't think I'd do it. I think one animal that I would buy to flex it would be like just a badass bull. And just keep it like in a bullpen in the backyard.
That would
and
be
just
sick.
be like this fucking monster.
That would be
of a
sick to
bull,
own
bro.
like a PBR bull.
Yeah,
like,
just
yo,
a
this is
fucking
a
beast.
Terminator.
Just a beast. It's like, yeah, can we fucking use him for the rodeo? Yeah, go ahead. I don't give a fuck.
And then you have your friends get drunk at your house,
This
just
guy
throw him
lives
on
a
it.
fucking life here, but he kicks it. He don't do shit. So I think I'd buy a
That's
bull.
That's a good one.
A big bull.
I think Dana White owns a bull in the PBR.
Yeah, big bull,
And it's
bro.
like a like I think Cowboy had tried to ride it in Texas or something.
Yeah, you get fucked up on those.
Would you
bulls,
ever
bro.
get on one?
Fuck no. Fuck no, bro. Those animals will eat your shit up, bro. And you're like a little paper to them.
That's funny.
It's not even worth it.
I
I love
grew-
watching rodeos. They're awesome, but I will never.
Take some balls. I'm surprised those guys don't get paid more.
I know when they get paid when they're fucking on top, but the
Yeah.
little guys don't get paid shit. So
That's
no,
it.
I wouldn't do it.
I used to ride bulls growing up until like
Yeah.
freshman year,
How was that?
just like junior bulls. It's all fun until you get stomped on.
yeah, so you
And then
get
it changes
fucked
your
up.
whole perspective.
Yeah, and you're like, fuck this, not even worth it.
Yeah, I remember having to sit out like half my season for wrestling. And my
You get
dad
stepped
was
on
like,
that bull.
yeah, he's like, dude, you're going to make a choice right now. You're going to either do this, commit to this. He's all, because we're not doing this like half season.
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
You know what I mean? And I was, thank God, bro, I went the other route.
That's good. That's good.
I have uncles with like pipes in their legs and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
bro, because
crazy.
it fucks you up.
I've
That's
never
why
met
I'm
a
like,
bull rider that doesn't have like back problems or
That's what I'm like, yeah,
still.
it's not even worth it, bro. It's cool. I mean, if you do it, but I would never do it.
Did you play any sports like growing up?
Yeah, I played football and basketball growing up.
That's what's up. Well, high school or
I went to Cibola,
oh, you did? That's what's up. I
Yeah.
know like what year did you graduate?
2015.
2015. Trying to think. Yeah, like all the guys I know are like old timers.
Old timers.
Like Nicholas Pino. He's like the only dude I know.
I have no idea.
Outside of that.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Belen.
Belen. Okay.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
Like everyone's like, oh,
Belen. I
Belen.
didn't go to high school.
You're one of those guys.
When'd you graduate?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, 2011.
That's cool.
The
Man.
Chosen Ones.
The
Those
Chosen
are
Ones. 2011. That was your slogan.
theme or whatever.
Yeah, the fucking line.
I don't even remember a class song, to be honest.
My class song was that weird Paramore song. I remember it was like, it was "Ain't It Fun," and I'm like, this song sucks because like it's about growing up, but it's like, yeah, once you grow up, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this song is terrible, dude. Why we pick this song? I can't even pick like something inspirational.
I think actually ours was Tattoos on This Town or something.
Tattoos on This Town.
Jason Aldean. I think it was Jason Aldean. Yeah, it was alright.
It's alright. Yeah, high school is stupid. I fucking hated high school.
Dude, it's crazy to think. I even missed my 10-year reunion. I was gonna go. Well, the thing about Belen is it's like a small town.
Yeah,
so it's
different.
like you know everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I went to my high school reunion, it would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some schools are so big you don't even hardly know anyone. You're just like a little number, you know?
I know what you're saying.
Unless you have like a big clique or do a lot of sports and stuff. But in Belen, it was pretty tight knit.
Let's tighten it out there.
Everyone would fight and then be best friends after. That's what made it so tough, bro. We all fought each other and all respected each other.
Fuck it. grow up together, fight together. Yeah, that's cool, man. You guys still hang out with some of those dudes right now?
I have like two close friends.
Yeah.
You know how it is. And then everyone's like acquaintances, kind of. Like if I saw them at a bar, of course, they're still friends.
Hang out, yeah.
But like friends that I'm like still close with, probably only one that I graduated with.
Yeah, man.
And everyone else, it's just like you have kids, and everyone's some people are like approaching like 2-3 kids by now.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. I know. Yeah, growing up is weird.
You guys don't have any kids?
We don't have any kids. No, we would like some kids after we get married. But Chelsea and I, we've done a lot together. You know, we went to Europe a couple times. We go to concerts. Like we went to Flip Turn last night at Meow. They fucking rocked it.
What kind of music is that?
They're like an indie kind of rock band. So
Okay.
it was sick.
That's dope.
And we just try to do like a lot of stuff now. Because I gave us like a timeline. We're going to get married in January. And we'll probably start trying like, I mean, this is just a rough timeline, I guess. But like September-ish of next year.
Nice.
So 9 months from there, you know.
Get on that TRT, bro.
Fuck TRT, bro.
Start getting in shape and then have a little
running it.
apprentice.
Fucking
What do you call him? Like a little
fucking rock.
stud,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, man. So we're trying to do a lot right now. We're trying to, do a lot of shit. So,
Yeah. Can you bring the mic just a little bit closer?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, we're just trying to do a lot of stuff.
That's what's up, bro. I want to have kids too, bro. It's the thing. It's like I'm hitting that age now. I just hit the 30 mark, and I'm like,
30 mark?
look back, and I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
that went by
bro.
quick.
It's different when you have kids, man. It changes the game, dude. It really does.
How did you meet your fiance? Did you guys like just
met? I knew her from high school. She went to Volcano Vista. I went to Cibola. We didn't really talk, I guess, but like we would see each other at like parties or like we had Young Life and we go to the had the Young Life meetings and stuff. But I always knew of her. I never knew who she was.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that whatever.
That's cool.
And then she was dating this guy for a long time, like throughout college too. And then I was just being a fucking hoe, and I was just fucking doing the regular bachelor life guy, you know, just hanging out. And I was on Tinder. I think it was Tinder or Bumble. And I was like, oh, it's Chelsea. I'm like, that means she's fucking single.
That's what's
which
up.
is wild because she's been with this guy forever. So
What do you swipe right?
I swiped right.
Is that's
I
go?
think so. I don't know. I forgot the terms now. It's been so long.
You
But
did the right move, bro.
Yeah, I swiped right and she swiped right. And instead of matched, and we actually reached out to each other on Instagram.
That's dope.
And then we went on a date to Tin Can Alley.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good first date.
It was a good first date.
You got options.
Yeah, we had a good time. We hung out, and then the house that I was living in, kind of when the podcast was started too, it had a tree house in the back. It was just like a perfect fucking spot, dude. It was like perfect. So we had a good time.
So you guys like two little lovebirds watching sunsets in the
we went to the
tree
tree
house.
house, listened to music, made out a little bit. It was fun. And then the rest is history, man. The rest is
What's
history.
up? You said you did Young Life. What's that? Or what is that, like a group? Or
Young Life is a Christian youth ministry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a non-profit. I don't know. It's not like
Like young adults, basically.
It's
kind
not
of like,
associated with like any high school. Like it's its own thing.
Oh,
But
that's cool.
You're integrated in the high school. It's kinda
Oh,
weird.
I got you.
And then
So you guys like do stuff outside of school, like
it's like
random stuff or what?
it's like you'd go to like they call it Young Life Club on Monday nights, and it was awesome. Like I fucking loved Young. I was a leader for a long time.
That's cool.
And so you have these leaders who are like young adults / college age kids teaching the gospel to these high schoolers. but they didn't teach it like in like a shove the Bible down your throat kind of way. Like, bro, for like the first, like, the club was like an hour.
Kind of like a hangout approach.
Yeah, for like the first 45 minutes, you just fuck around. Like, we would do games, they would do skits. Like, it was just awesome. And then for like 5 to 7 minutes, this guy would get up and talk about God. And so it was like, okay, this is cool, man. And then I became a leader, and I kind of learned, you know, why they did things that way. And yeah, so we did Young Life for a long time, man. It was a good time.
Yeah, I bet you that helped you a lot with your podcast skills too, you know?
It helped a lot with
being a leader, talking in front of people.
Yeah. I met a lot of people, man.
You still hang out with any of them, or?
Yeah, most definitely. But not like in like a Young Life study. Like, I've been out of Young Life for years now. But like I did, you could volunteer at camp. Like, every summer they go to a summer camp.
Oh, no way.
And it's fucking awesome. Like, it's the shit.
That's sick,
It's
dude.
in the middle of the mountains, and it's like this multi-million-dollar campus. It's insane. It has a fucking zip line, slides, like all this shit. Like, it's
like a legit camp, like a summer camp.
It's fucking a lot of money. Like, whoever invested in it. And you go there for a week.
Damn.
Yeah, you don't have your phones. They take your phones away. And you're just like there with all your friends.
Dude, that probably helps people out so much.
Bro, it's like, it was
because you're not dependent on like that. This is like a safe place, you know what I mean?
The best, dude. And then as a leader, you go obviously as a leader, but during college, you could go volunteer to work the camp. You could like work the zip line.
Yeah.
You could work in the kitchen or work the coffee shop, whatever.
What was your spot?
I was a ropes course. They had a swing and a rock wall, and I worked that. And you work there for a month, and you also don't have your phone.
Damn.
And so you're like bunked in this bunkhouse, and so all the girls are on one side of the cabin, and then there's like obviously like an outside, and then the boys are on this side of the cabin, and so you're like bunking with all these random people who are like in their young 20s too, young teens, like or late teens, and you fucking, what was I gonna say? You meet, because you all go, you don't know who's going, and you get there, like I met people.
So you're kind of thrown, like tossed into just, you probably maybe know one guy.
I met someone from, I only knew one guy. We met people from Georgia, from North Carolina.
Oh, so they're from all different states?
They're all over the country, yeah.
Wow.
And I just chose the one closest to Arizona, because I'm like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. I've been here many times, but I kind of wish I would have done somewhere else, but that's obviously past it. But yeah, you're there, and I still hang out with them. Like I had, Hunter and Carly French, actually the guy who won the raffle today. They're from Georgia.
Shout out to the crew.
Shout out to them. Yep, I met them out there in Atlanta. And when I drove from North Carolina to Atlanta, we actually did a podcast. And
out there?
Yeah. I hung out with them, been out there for New Year's a couple times, went to their wedding.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so I still have like those relationships a little bit with those people, which is a lot of fun, but it's a good time, dude.
That's cool, man. I did something like that. All right, when I was in college, I would go to it's called Wake.
Oh yeah,
and it was
at Copper Point.
Yeah, Copper Point. I met a lot of cool people there, honestly, that I'm still friends with.
Yeah, I think I knew some people there too, actually, back in the day.
Yeah, and then they stopped doing it, and then obviously I like got older too, so like.
Yeah, it's just things change.
They like start saying the ages, and I'm like, oh, I'm too old for that.
I'm not part of that group.
I gotta go on regular Sundays.
I know what you're saying. With the adults,
the old timers. Just kidding.
The old timers.
Dude, that's it. I like honestly recommend, like, if you're a young adult, college, fresh out of high school, to like jump into a group like that where you are forced to talk with outsiders.
Bro, it builds social skills.
Yeah, and then it helps you like see that there's other types of people out there that you can hang out with. Because sometimes people just stay attached to that like same high school party crew, and you just never branch out.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like hard because I don't know. I just think you should expand your horizons, young adults.
Yeah, like I always tell everyone, like I would do high school so differently, bro. I would actually try, and I would actually try to go to school like somewhere random. I wouldn't stay here. Like, I would go to fucking Virginia. And
high school?
No, for college.
Oh, for college, yeah.
And just like figure it out, you know, because I think you learn more about yourself in your college days than you do like at all in your life at all.
That's when you find out people that you really like have the same interests with and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Find your same interests. You kind of find out also like kind of what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Like I was always interested in like certain things, like podcasting. I always thought podcasting cool, even since high school, but it wasn't like a in thing. And like even like certain kind of music, I wasn't into. Like I was really into like this type of music, but it wasn't like the thing, and so you kind of shy away from it.
Yeah.
But once you reach like, I would say like 20, 22, kind of around that age, then you start like maybe like 19. But
You're like, I don't care what anyone thinks.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna
Stupid.
figure out my life or what I want to do and where I want to go, and yeah, it changes the perspective on a lot of things.
For real. Yeah, I recommend like doing stuff by yourself. Like,
Oh yeah, dude.
I've met some of the best people just going out by myself.
Yeah.
I bet some of my best friends right now I met randomly snowboarding. Like, I would just go by myself to Sipapu and like just find a crowd, someone who's hitting the jumps, start hanging out with them.
Yep.
All of a sudden they're a guest on the podcast. It's like, it's cool,
Crazy,
bro.
it's
I
crazy.
love that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how you meet certain people, man. It's
And then
wild.
when you go out by yourself too, like let's say you're like single and you want to meet new people, I think the best approach is to do stuff by yourself. Because then girls almost even respect the confidence of you just being somewhere by yourself and not being like attached to a group.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you go out with like all the boys, it's like intimidating, dude. Like you almost like...
Oh, to like talk to females?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
definitely.
you have like a group of like 8 dudes like all around you and like you go try and talk to a chick, she'll be like, no, I'm good.
Shit, man. Yeah, it is a little intimidating for them.
And then the boys get you all riled up. You end up like...
doing different shit. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, dude. Rough days, man.
You still go to concerts and stuff?
Yeah, we still go to concerts.
You said you went to one yesterday?
Yeah, we went to one yesterday at Meow Wolf. That was a lot of fun. And then we just like to go to music festivals. Like we went to
That's
ACL one year, Hangout Fest in Alabama last year.
I think I saw that on your podcast. Didn't you say you saw George Strait?
Yeah, saw George Strait
That's
in
cool, man.
Austin at ACL.
At ACL. Was this last one?
No, the year before that.
Oh, cool.
Or maybe 2 years before that.
King George.
Dude, ACL, man, if you ever get a chance to go, it's the shit, bro.
Nice.
It's awesome. You're in this giant park. This park is fucking massive. And you have all these badass artists. It's huge. There's so many people there. Like, talk about promoting your podcast, dude.
Make
Go
some
there and
cards, go
fucking
out
just
there.
wear your merch and just pass out shit. And people are like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll check it out. Like,
Yeah.
that's just about it. You meet people like at a bar. Like, I remember like Chelsea and her girls went to go see like this random artist. And I was like, I'm just going to go to the beer tent. And I went to the beer tent, I had beer, and I'm talking to like these random people. And it's like, yeah, I have a podcast, People's Cup. And they're like, oh, no way, that's sick. And like, yeah, it's cool. It's just
Everyone's just like
socializing.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you don't go to a festival to not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone there is already. You already know that they're there to have a good time.
And it's so rough, dude. I mean, I'm sure you know how it is, but just like promoting your podcast.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like, you're like, fuck, this is so like, how do I word it? Like,
You don't want to sound like a businessman trying to sell
not a
something.
business, but it's like, have you ever been to like downtown and some guy's passing out his CDs and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm good, bro. Like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. You're like, but you got to do it, dude. You got to
Yeah.
do it. Like, I promote it any chance I can. I'm wearing this shirt. I used to have a Jeep, and Jeep cultures is you put a duck, like a little rubber duck on their Jeep.
What does that mean? Keep
don't know.
talking. I'm gonna just make sure we're good.
Yeah, it's like a little rubber duck on their Jeep, and it just means that like I'm trying. Like you could collect rubber ducks. It's really weird. Really weird.
It's a Jeep.
It's a Jeep thing. Yeah, it made no sense.
How do you earn a duck?
You just get one for having a Jeep. It's weird. Like the way I learned about it is one day I came outside and there was a duck, like a rubber duck on my door handle, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I started noticing like everywhere I would drive around, like Jeeps.
Wait, they put it on your door handle?
Yeah, like they would gift you a duck. And like it's weird. And
Dude, what the hell?
Bro, notice it. Next time you see a Jeep, look at their dashboard, and a lot of them have a shit ton of ducks on it.
Dude, I don't know, man.
They,
It sounds
collect
like a
them.
cult. Something.
It's weird.
Cult, dude.
It's really weird. But anyways, so what I did
Jeep
is
culture.
I still do it. I have like 300 rubber ducks that I bought, and then I made 300 business cards, and I fucking just tie my business card to the duck.
Oh,
And then every time I see a Jeep, I'll go put a duck on there. And it's
dude,
like,
I sense a
check out the-
future
check out the People's
sponsorship
Cup.
down the road.
check out the People's Cup.
All the People's Cup audience, all Jeeps.
Some of them, most of them are. Not most of them, but a lot of them are. Because
That's
I
cool.
just
That's
pass that shit
creative.
down. Yeah, you just gotta figure out the way to promote
Yeah.
your shit, man. It's hard, dude. You know how it is. It's rough.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part about being a podcast. Because podcasting, I think every podcast is so good. You just have to figure out how to promote it. And that's why like Barstool Sports is the way it is because they do such a fucking good job promoting
Right.
it. Such a good job.
That's true. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. I feel like that's something I could definitely improve on.
Everyone can improve
It's
on it.
like-
Even me. You still, never a limit.
stickers. I mean, we got a logo, but like stickers, cards,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I did merch for a little bit. I still do like custom jerseys for people, but
Fire.
it's rough, dude. Pushing merch.
Yeah.
I have a website built right now, but I'm too afraid to put it live, dude.
Really?
Because I know once I like start that tornado, it's gonna get crazy, and that's like a whole other job. You know what I mean?
It does, but that's kind of like you have to.
Yeah.
So I want your podcast to grow.
I don't know. I'm not really like, if I like not needed the money, but if I like really wanted to make money, I feel like that's something I could do. But I'm just chilling right now.
You're chilling?
Yeah.
Where do you work at?
Like, I'm not really chasing sponsorships and stuff.
Yeah.
I work at Sandia.
Sandia?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. What do you do over there at Sandia?
I don't really like to talk about it, but I'll tell you off the pod. But yeah, I work at Sandia. I've been there for about 5 years full time.
Okay, sweet.
I was an intern there, like through college and stuff like that. But yeah, what I'm doing now like has nothing to do with what I went to school for, bro.
Oh, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, like I went to school. I got my business degree at UNM, and like, I mean, I'm using skills for sure, of course, but like,
yeah,
it's crazy where God takes you, bro.
It changes you, man. Changes
like you just don't know like what doors are gonna just pop right in front of you, and you just like gotta have the courage, dude, to just do it.
You gotta go through them, man.
Just what do you have to lose? You know what I mean? Like some people, it's just like, yeah, if you don't get it, whatever, but why not just say you tried?
Yeah. It's not my quote, but you gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable, man. You gotta realize that putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, could grow in ways you would never imagine, dude. Networking. Oh yeah, that's the biggest.
I mean, I think networking is everything, bro, in anything. Like in work, and like it's all about like helping your friends out.
Yep.
You become a friend to someone, they're more likely to help you out or go the extra mile for you and down the road.
I always say being successful is not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Yeah.
I honestly really believe that.
Yeah. You look at all the richest people like doing stocks, doing all this, like they're all bros, they're all helping each other out. Everyone's like just doing favors for each other.
Yeah, they all kind of have an inside scoop on one another.
Yeah, but sometimes, you got to be on the other end. It's your turn to help out or your turn to step up.
I know what you're saying, man.
Like, now I'm in a position where I'm training people and stuff, and I'm like, I got to remind myself, like, I was there at one point, you know what I mean? You gotta be patient.
You gotta be patient, man. It's all a process, dude. That's why, like, it's podcasting. It's all a process, man. Like, I was very slow starting, very slow, and then I'm at to where I'm at. But like, it's just, I think people who go balls to the wall right away, they don't really figure it out. I think you have to like learn, like there's growing pains. Mm-hmm. Like you have to figure it out. You can't just expect it to be this thing, That's
true. Yeah, you I don't know. You just got to just keep doing it. Like, I think consistency. Like, during COVID, everyone had a podcast for like a year.
Yeah.
And then everyone just weeded out like instantly.
Yep.
And that's even how I got some of my stuff. Like, I mean, thank God I have good friends. But like my friend, he started a podcast. This is all his equipment.
Really?
And then he stopped doing it and passed it on to the homie.
Nice.
Yeah. So shout out to the homie who's a guest on the podcast. But it's cool. At least people are trying it and putting their voice out.
Yeah.
But some people, you just find out, like, if it's something you really, truly enjoy, you're going to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It becomes like a kind of, you're known as that.
Yeah.
Like, every time I see someone that I haven't seen in forever and they see me, like, at a coffee shop or, like, a brewery or a bar, they're like, oh, yeah, man, how's the podcast going?
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, thanks for asking.
And
it's
dude,
actually doing pretty good.
Once you have a guest on, they're, like, in my, like, opinion, like, lifetime friends. Because, like, dude, you sit down and talk with someone for over an hour, like, you get to know who they are.
Yeah.
You probably talked with them more than you talked with anyone else this whole week.
Which is rare. Like you just said, dude. That stuff never happens.
All of a sudden, they open up to you and tell you stories, and it's like, whoa.
And you're like, I would never have done this, bro. We don't get to do that. As, like, humans, we're so busy with just life. We don't get to sit down and just chat for an hour. That's, like, honestly one of my favorite. That's probably if not one of the favorite reasons why I do podcasting.
Yep.
You get a chance just to slow down. You're not on your phone. Mm-hmm. You're not influenced by like anything. Yeah. You're really just there talking.
You have it's literally just me and you right now.
You're just chatting. Yeah. It's a lot of fun, dude. And it like almost helps your serotonin levels to be like, oh yeah, conversations exist, man. Because dude, like go to a coffee shop and you're just like, maybe not a coffee shop, go to like a brewery and just look at how many people are on their phones. I do it all the time. When I go to restaurants, I always tell my fiance, like, look at everyone on their phones. They're not even conversating. They're just glued to their phone.
That's true.
It's crazy, dude. It's insane.
It's like a social anxiety, dude. And it's like a way to escape like uncomfortableness. Mm-hmm. Like, oh God, I don't want to have to see her. What if they see me sitting by myself or what? I'm just gonna dive my head
into my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then just act like I'm talking to someone.
It's rough, dude. Rough.
Which breweries do you guys go to breweries? Which one's your favorite?
I don't even know why I said that. We don't go to a lot of breweries. I think one of the favorite bars that we go to now, as like, we're not really into like the club scene anymore, but we're into like dive bars. Like dive bars are a lot of fun. And we go to, what's that one over there called?
Is it on the west side or?
No, it's on the east side. Fuck. Spectators.
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 Tap room or what?
It's a dive bar. It's a good dive bar. Has everything you need. Has live music, karaoke sometimes,
Some
pool
sports,
tables,
maybe.
darts, shuffleboard, good beer, cocktails, shots, food. Like it's more just like the people our age, I say, vibe. I don't know if you're into clubbing or not anymore, but it's just
it depends.
Yeah, we
like every now and then, like we'll be on a, when everyone's together, like if we have a group and we're just like want to do something, we'll just end up like downtown.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
every now and then, like it's like I still like going anodyne every now and then.
Anodine's fun. Anodine's a lot of fun. It's just I don't like being down there. It's just too much fucking. People start popping off. They want to fight. They want to shoot. They want to stab.
We got jumped downtown.
Yeah, like, exactly. It's like not even worth it, bro.
A couple years ago, but every now and then you gotta let the juices flow, bro.
You gotta get it out.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know. Like I'm probably gonna go tomorrow. My friends, shout out to Jimmy and Buddha Funk. They were guests on podcasts. They both play for the band. What is their band's name? Why am I slipping? They're DJs right now. I don't know their DJ name. They're in a band, but they're both DJing on the roof of El Rey. Okay. You know, they have that rooftop club.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna DJ up there, and like I'll probably just go support them. Yeah. Like if it's someone that I know that's playing, I'm like more incentivized to go.
Yeah, go network too.
Yeah,
it's a perfect time. Just go down there.
And then just to promote an event too this Saturday. I don't even know, what are we, March? I think it's March 14th.
Today is March 14th. Yes.
So on the 16th at Ito's Barbershop, we're gonna be promoting a hangout fest. So Ito's opening up his whole barbershop. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have a DJ.
Sweet.
So if you guys want to come hang out, go to Ito's Barbershop this Saturday.
Yeah.
And they have like what do they have? Like Nintendo 64 tournament.
Oh, that's always fun, dude. That sounds fun.
Foosball. It's just a way to network. So if you guys want to network, if you guys got something you want to promote, go hang out with us.
Yeah,
we'll have a keg.
Unfortunately, I gotta work all fucking day, so I probably would not be able to go.
I'll let you know when they come up or things like that. Yeah. That way you can, because I always go because it helps me get new guests and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Like
so I'll find like local vendors and just end up having them subscribe.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Like I went to Noah's comedy show the other day.
Yeah.
Not the other day. It was like about a month ago. It's cool though. You see like different people doing their crafts and you're like, oh, this is sweet. This is kind of a different vibe that I never imagined myself being in.
That's what's up.
You meet people.
Dude, you should let me know when you go to one because I've been wanting to go. I've been seeing it on his stories, but like I always see it like the day too late or something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting, man, because I like talked to him before he went up there. He did a great act, by the way. He's just so nervous, dude. And you can see it on him. I'm like, man, you gotta loosen up a little bit. But it's so easy for me to say as like a fan.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, he's like at that beginning stage of how we were when we first started podcasting. Yeah. You're just like, you're getting everything loose.
Because he says some good jokes. He is honestly really funny. But it's, you can just see it on him. Like when I talked to him after, he was like, bro, I was just so nervous. He's like, you guys are hot? I'm fucking hot. I'm like, I'm good, man. So, no, I mean, I get
all profusely sweating.
He's nervous, bro. But yeah, he did good, man. He's kind of following I think he's performing at Dry Heat. I saw him post about it. That's the comedy club downtown.
He's going the complete Rogan route, huh? He's taking it a next level further.
Dude, and he told me the other day that, like I would never do it, but he told me the other day that like going up there, it helps your stage present when it comes to like podcasting.
Oh, dude.
It just helps your flow. And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
It's probably a walk in the park going from that to, see, and I'm not good with, I mean, I could do it. I do it at work a lot, like talk to big groups of people, but I have a harder time doing that than just talking to one person like this, like chilling.
I think it's hard being funny.
Yeah.
I think you're funny. I always say to myself, like, I have some funny jokes, and I tell people, and I'm like, it's obviously not that funny, but I find it hilarious. So I think going up there and trying not only to talk to people, but talk to people and make them laugh.
Yeah, and they know that you're trying to make them laugh.
That's hard.
So it's like they're there and they know what you're gonna try and do. So go ahead and do it.
Yeah, because everyone has their own like personal favorite jokes, dude. Like there's some jokes that I like. If you tell me a joke about this kind of topic, I'll probably laugh my ass off. But you tell that to someone who finds it super offensive, they're gonna be like, "That was the worst fucking joke I've ever heard in my
Everyone's with their phones.
The next you know, you're fucking trending on Twitter, and it's like, holy shit. So,
yeah, no kidding, huh? That's why I like in comedy shows that make you put your phone away. Because they probably have more freedom to just say whatever.
Yeah, you got to be because
I want to make sure we're good. Hold up.
Comedy's comedy, man.
Producer.
Your own producer, brother. What time are we
I gotta
at?
check on intern Steve.
What time are we at?
We're about 49 minutes.
Oh man, always flowing by. Good, man.
Yeah, dude, we're flowing. We're chilling. Yeah, dude. One of these days, I always like to just try something once. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude.
It would
Go
be
out there
fun
and
to
just
just.
rip it.
I would have to be kind of buzzed up
I think everyone who does it is buzzed, man. Like I remember
to be loose.
listening to Shane Gillis and Joe Rogan's podcast, and they're like, bro, I don't do an act unless I'm a little drunk or I'm a little high.
Yeah.
Because it like loosens you up.
Yeah,
It
you
loosens
have that
up.
attitude. Like I don't even care. Like whatever.
Yeah, I like to loosen up before podcasts too. Like I'll take an Alpha Brain or like sometimes I'll rip a joint or something like that. Not so much more anymore, but definitely back in the day I would do it to kind of get a little loose.
And then your conversations change too.
Yeah.
The state of mind that you're in.
Yeah, but it's hard because like doing podcasts drunk, right? It's fun.
Yeah.
You have a great time, but then you go back and listen to it, and you're like, bro,
You're like, I talked over the guests the whole time.
Everyone was slurring. Everyone's talking amongst everyone. It was a lot of fun though, but you're just like, it's not a good listen.
Yeah,
So
that's why the headphones help out a lot.
you gotta like keep it inward. So
That's true.
keep it in grasp.
Yeah, I would say probably most of our episodes we've had some type of sauce in us.
Yeah, it loosens you up. As long as you just were able to flow well,
Yeah.
you gotta find that sweet spot.
Yeah, but let me know if you go to another comedy show.
Yeah, I will.
Or I might actually DM Noah tonight and see. It
That
sounds like there's something like every day of the week from.
that boy is performing every fucking day, every day.
That's how you do it, man.
Yeah, he promotes his Only Kings podcast. Great podcast. Everyone should go check it out. He has a good studio. He has a good setup. It's really good too.
Yeah, he does really well. He's got a perfect lane, and I had a good time on his show. That's how I found you.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, dude, what other local podcasts are out there? I'm gonna just give him a follow, and he's like, follow my boy.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Noah and I even met, dude. Honestly, I never even know who Noah was.
Did he reach out to you or
No, he just followed me. I think we knew the same guy, and he just followed me, and I was like, oh, he's friends with the guy that I know. Sure. And then I think like I think I started the podcast before him. I think.
Yeah.
And then he started, and I think we kind of like
keeping up
with
tabs on each other.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, man. We're both kind of podcasting, and then eventually, like, it went from like kind of keeping up to like commenting on each other's posts, like, oh, this is badass, sick. And then he reached out. All right, maybe I reached out, either or. And then he came on my podcast initially, and then
That was like the first one with video, wasn't it?
no, he's been on twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been on once a long time ago, and that was when I was still doing it at that older house. And then he's been on another time, and he was the first one with the video. So
That's
yeah,
what's up.
he's been on a couple times.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always cool, like you said, like getting to be a guest on another podcast. It
Yeah,
doesn't
bro,
happen that often, so
don't-
whenever you show up, you're just like, oh, cool. This is a different vibe.
Like a little relaxed, dude.
Yeah.
You know, worry about producing or like worrying about time or worrying about everything. You just go and just shoot the shit, dude.
Yeah,
It's fun.
that's the best approach, I think.
Oh yeah, it's easy. It's
Like
easy.
it's so funny. Like I'll have guests. They're like, "Can you send me what questions or topics we're gonna talk about?" And I'm like, "No."
Every now and then, if there's someone that I know they're shy or I don't really know, I'll send them like one question. Like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
The first question I'm gonna ask you is gonna be this,
And then
So I'm
just
letting
go
you
from
know,
there.
like, from there it's spitballing though.
Yeah.
So that's where I found the best medium is, where everyone's like, all right, what am I gonna say about that one question? And they say it, and then you just find little topics and
For sure.
their shit, and you just spitball. And next thing you know, you're talking about something that has nothing to do with the question. So, but
That's what you got to do as a host too, is research.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to. I mean, I always try my best to like, follow as much as like if I'm gonna have a guest on, I'll like dive deep on their Instagram.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
search.
whatever. So I'm just building questions in my head.
Yeah.
Or topics like, oh, I saw you actually perform at that concert. Like,
Yeah.
just things in my back pocket, kind of. You know what I mean?
And then and the conversation doesn't carry itself, you do have those, like you said, in your back pocket, ready to go.
I always, if it hits the fan, I'm just like, so who you voting for?
Yeah. That's all you good for, man.
Let's just throw a wrench in this.
Yeah, just fucking turn it upside down. Sometimes podcasts get there, man. I've had a couple podcasts where they asked me not to release it because like we got a little heated on there. So I didn't release
really?
it, yeah.
I need to start like typing up like documents or something, like waivers to sign.
The waivers assigned, be like, yeah, this is being released either way.
Like I own this.
I own this after.
I haven't had that yet, thank God.
I've had it a couple times. I respect people, their wishes, and I also we sometimes, like I have some friends on there, and they're talking about personal stuff, and like they would tell me, but you have to remember, like, this is going on the internet.
Yeah.
So you gotta, like, you want everyone to hear it. And I think people are like, oh, well, actually, no, can you edit it out? And you're like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm pretty cool with that too. Like, if they reach out and they're like, hey, that part that we talked about, that, can you just...
Yeah.
$10.
$10. Yeah, I'm going to charge you, buddy.
That's an extra hour of editing. Just kidding.
Yep. I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
So the People's Cup on all platforms?
All platforms, yeah. All platforms, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
And I'll drop your, like, IG and stuff on the podcast on YouTube.
Thanks, man.
What's your Instagram name again?
Instagram name is RaidAG.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just been my weird name ever since high school, and I kept it, and then I revamped my Instagram from that to the People's Cup, and then I just never changed it.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
me too. I mean, everyone's like, dude, you don't have your own Instagram for? I'm like, I don't know. We're underground right now.
And it's like,
we're underground.
This is my Instagram.
If you follow us, then you guys are OG like underground podcast fans.
I know, dude. I know what you're saying, man. Underground podcast, and you just gotta.
And then the people that are watching it, you know, they want to watch it because they enjoy it. Yeah, and they had to go through a couple of hoops to find it, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, because you're just on YouTube, right?
I'm just on YouTube right now. My kind of promise to myself is, like, once we hit like 100 episodes, we'll just drop everything on all platforms.
Yeah.
But I love the video aspect
the video
of it.
is the best, bro.
To me, when I watch podcasts, I always love watching the video. I think that's like half the conversation is body language.
Oh, it is.
And just seeing, like, how people interact with each other. I don't know. That's just, like, my preference.
Yeah, dude. You definitely got to add the audio, though. Like, I'm saying that as, like, a fellow podcaster, because not only do I, like, see my most numbers do on Spotify, but, like, when I personally drive, like, to Dallas or Vegas, like, when we drive, I'll just throw on a podcast.
Yep, that's true.
You're obviously not looking at it.
Yeah, turn your phone off.
Turn your phone off. You throw it on podcast. You're driving, and you're like, holy shit, it's actually a pretty good podcast.
That's what's
and
up.
it just keeps your mind kind of jogging. So yeah, definitely get the audio going. And bro, it's so easy to get podcasts on audio.
Yeah.
It's cake.
Yeah.
It's not hard at all.
Yeah.
This is harder than that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we're just building our underground fan base right now.
That's the way to do it.
Keeping it OG. You know, we're trying to just build the subscribers slowly. Those of you guys that are subscribed, I know I have people reach out all the time. I appreciate the love. All your feedback. I have a lot of guests lined up, so I'm really excited for spring.
Hell yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Spring's a good time, dude.
I just get like a second win, man, once winter ends.
Oh, dude, it's just great. Daylight savings, bro.
I love it.
Dark at 7:30 p.m. You're like, fuck yeah, this is great, bro. It was dark at 5.
You have a whole day after work.
Yeah,
it's
you're
the
just
best.
like, this is holy shit. It's still sun out. This is awesome.
Heck
I hate
yeah.
daylight savings, bro. I fucking hate it.
It's been a good time. Episode 69. Give the boy a follow. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys are his followers, throw a subscribe. We don't post every week, so it's probably best you subscribe. That way you guys get notified when we drop.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it going.
Check it out, man. Check out the People's Cup on all platforms. Against the Grain, bro. Dude.
Against the Grain Custom on YouTube.
Check that out on YouTube. I definitely will be promoting it on my podcast or my social media, and then hopefully one day we get you on my episode. I get my schedule tomorrow, so I'll find out my schedule for about the next month or so, month and a half, and we'll get you plugged in.
Let's do it, man. I had a blast. Episode 69, baby. Let's go.
Later, y'all.